I knew what I wanted. I knew that the rest of my life was going to be different, that this was a turning point. My name is Traversa. I'm originally from Argentina, and I've now lived in the United States for close to 11 years. My parents were 40 when I was born, and I was an only child. My mother was a housemaker, and my father was a carpenter, so everything about me was making me independent as soon as possible. I learned to read and write when I was 2 or 3 years old. Everything was about having a successful school experience that would lead to a job as soon as possible. There were not many books at home, and I grabbed every book I could wherever I could. And I just, got change in my pocket, and I got used books in English, reading about everything and anything. And that opens up the world, in a sense, at least in your head. I had an opportunity, I was 26 at the time, to have 6 weeks in Massachusetts on an exchange program. I came to UMass Amherst. The very first day I arrived at the university, somebody was walking me around and said, "And that's our library." And it was a 26-story building. And that to me was unthinkable, that there would be a library that had over 4 million books. I had access to any knowledge that I wanted. And my mind just exploded. I was sharing classes with people who could talk. I mean, this was literature, right? But they could talk about politics, philosophy, history, science. They had a background in absolutely everything. This was a whole different world, and I wanted to belong in this world. And the very last day I was there, the Office of International Students asked me to come over and said, "If you ever want to pursue a master's degree, you will have a full waiver of tuition from UMass." Let's put it this way, I did not exactly get their support. It was unthinkable to them that, once I was already teaching at the university, I had a secure job. I had been studying pretty much all my life. I wanted to study more. I wanted to continue studying. And away from the family, why? So I had that to deal with. I knew what I wanted. I knew that the rest of my life was going to be different, that this was a turning point, but it was a turning point I was choosing. And I took my path in the hope that one day they would understand. So by the end of that year, I'm talking about 1990, and I found out once I was at UMass as a graduate student that I was the first ever Latin American student in the English program at UMass. And then, of course, I ended up writing the test once I came to the United States to work for ETS. So everything comes full circle, right? My name is Traversa. I'm originally from Argentina, and I'm a TOEFL success story.